as it has been, and I, for one, am tired. 27 years of life, and all we have is left behind. 13 years, I was so scared that you would find I was getting high. You deemed me worthy when the story now, it's us versus them. When your heart breaks, my heart breaks in two. And when you're tired, I'll talk the whole night through. The truth got heavy, you held me steady, you brought it with you.
It's almost 7 p.m. I just got home from a full day of being outside and enjoying the weather because it has been super nice. As you saw, I did have some time to journal in the park, and to be honest, journaling has been one of the most life-changing habits that I've incorporated lately. I wanted to take some time out of this vlog to actually talk about mental health because I think it's such an important topic that is not spoken of enough yet. We all have our own struggles and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's very important for us to work through all the experiences that shaped us into the person we are today and to really understand where the traumas come from. Some people are able to do this without help and other people need some professional help, which is totally fine too. There's nothing to be ashamed of there. For me personally, I think it's much easier to go through everything with guidance, so I joined BetterHelp. This is an online platform full of specialists in different areas, so you can definitely tailor it to your needs. I think I started therapy sessions 4 weeks ago and I've been journaling consistently after those therapy sessions for about 2 to 3 weeks, and even though I still have a long way to go, it really helps with processing my thoughts and the things that happened to me in the past, because it doesn't matter how small you think your experiences in the past were, some of the things just traumatize us and we bring it to the present. Like, have you ever realized that sometimes you're living the same experiences over the years because you never resolved what's meant to stay in the past? I've also been thinking a lot about comparison to others because unfortunately it is something that I do quite often, not on purpose, but just my head just gets the best of me. We are all guilty of comparing ourselves to others, especially nowadays with social media. It's so easy to do this, but we have to remember that everything that's posted online is just a highlight reel of people's lives, and doesn't mean that they are being fake, but of course it's curated. We don't see all the downs that the person has, we usually see the highs, and there's also nothing wrong with that. It can be very inspiring at a certain stage, but also if you become too obsessed with it, it becomes toxic very fast. While I was in the park today, I was also looking around and realizing how many people were alone doing something. One girl was painting, another guy was reading a book, and one was just chilling in the sun. And actually seeing them being able to spend time alone just made me so happy, because I used to be super self-conscious about spending time by myself because all I could think about was what other people would think of me, that I had no friends and that I was such a loner. But the truth is, sometimes we take ourselves too seriously because other people actually don't really care. If you're in a group of friends and you see someone alone, you don't think like, oh, poor them, they must be so lonely. You think like, yeah, good for them, like they enjoy spending time by themselves. You don't even give a second thought about it. Another thing that I'm really trying to work through is to become more comfortable with sharing on social media and not actually thinking what people are judging me for. Because the truth is, I really do enjoy making videos. I love photography, I love videography, and I should be able to do the things I like without always overthinking what other people will think of this, or if they think I'm lame for doing it, or if I overshare, whatever they think about. Because the truth is, we'll never be able to do anything we actually want to do in life if we keep thinking about other people. If you think about it, there will always be something for them to judge, because people like to judge. If you go to a restaurant and order 4 cocktails, it's because you drink too much. If you go to a bar and order a burger, you're just super unhealthy. But then if you go eat a salad, then you should eat more, because who do you think you are? Are you a model or anything? Then if you do the normal 9 to 5, you're boring. But if you live a completely different life and you're doing just your own thing in Bali, then you're irresponsible, because it's not what society expects. So there's so many things to be judged for, and I actually feel like you can never win. People will always find something else to judge you for, so it doesn't matter what you do. You might as well just do whatever you want. And to be honest, most of the times we are judged by people that we wouldn't want to trade places with, so why do we even care so much? I remember in high school having this big fallout with some of my friends at the time. I literally stood up for myself, they didn't like it, and then they left me alone for my senior year, which was really not nice. And actually I thought about it for such a long time, like I just couldn't get over it. I thought that I had such a big loss that year, that I just lost like 10 people out of my life like this, and I actually tried to reconnect with some of them some years after, and we were friends again for a while. But to be honest, all our conversations, it seemed like we were back in high school. They didn't grow at all, and I just felt like instead of moving forward, I was just moving backwards. And now looking back, yes, it's shitty that that happened to me at the time, but to be honest, I prefer to know it sooner rather than later that someone is not my true friend, so that I can distance myself. Because I did learn how to enjoy my own company, and at the end of the day, I prefer my own company than to be in the company of people that don't really appreciate me. Now that these people are not in my life anymore, I come to realize the true meaning of friendship, and I know that that was not it. So I actually didn't lose much, like they are the ones that lost, because I was a pretty good friend. So all of this to say that sometimes we give so much importance to a certain situation, and it seems like the end of the world at the time, especially when it involves other people judging us or criticizing us or leaving us alone. But I swear that in a few years it won't even matter, and if it still matters, then it just means that there's something that you need to work through as well. But I promise, when you do the work consistently, it does get better. Don't get me wrong, I still have a long way to go, but some situations that happened 10 years ago, I don't care anymore. They are not relevant to who I am today, and thank God that they happened, because I would have never realized some of the things that I did. Okay, I think that's enough rambling for one night, so I'll just leave it here. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!